David Johansen is gone. Dead at 75, it's a goddamn shame. The New York Dolls frontman was a true original, a pioneer of punk rock. Johansen was a true artist. He never stopped evolving. He never compromised. Johansen left behind an incredible body of work. From the groundbreaking music of the New York Dolls to his successful solo career as Buster Poindexter. He was an actor too. He even popped up in a few movies. He was a true icon of New York City. We lost a good one. He will be missed. Badly. The New York Dolls emerged from the grimy streets of New York City in the early 1970s. A raw, untamed energy. They were loud, they were brash, and they didn't give a damn. Johansen, the band's charismatic frontman, was a force of nature. He oozed charisma. His voice, a raw and powerful instrument, perfectly captured the band's gritty sound. The Dolls' music was a fusion of rock and roll, proto-punk and glam. It was raw, it was edgy. They were different. Their lyrics were often sexually provocative. They didn't hold back. The Dolls quickly gained a reputation for their wild live shows. They were a major influence on the burgeoning punk rock scene. The New York Dolls released 2 albums in the 1970s, and these records became cult classics. They are still influential today. The albums showcased the band's raw energy and their unique blend of musical genres. Songs like Personality Crisis, Trash, and Jet Boy became anthems for a generation. They still resonate today. Despite their influence, the Dolls' commercial success was limited. Internal conflicts and substance abuse took their toll. The band broke up in 1977. But their legacy lived on. After the Dolls disbanded, Johansen embarked on a solo career. He released his self-titled debut album in 1978. It was a critical success. Johansen continued to release solo albums throughout the 1980s. He experimented with different sounds. He explored different genres. He collaborated with a diverse range of artists. He was always pushing boundaries. He was always true to himself. His solo work showcased his versatility as a musician. He wasn't afraid to take risks. He was always searching for something new. Section 5, Hot, Hot, Hot. In the late 1980s, Johansen achieved mainstream success under the pseudonym Buster Poindexter. He adopted a lounge lizard persona. He scored a massive hit with his cover of Arrow's Hot, Hot, Hot. This unexpected success introduced Johansen to a new audience. He became a fixture on MTV. He even hosted, but Johansen never abandoned his punk rock roots. He continued to tour and record with various lineups. He never forgot where he came from. Section 6, Lights, Camera, Johansen. In addition to his musical career, Johansen also dabbled in acting. He appeared in several films, including in 1988 with Bill Murray. He brought his unique charisma and screen presence to these roles. He wasn't afraid to take on challenging roles. He was always willing to try new things. He was a natural performer. Section 7, Reunion and Resurgence. In 2004, the New York Dolls reunited. The surviving members, Johansen, Sylvain, and Arthur Kane, performed at the Meltdown Festival in London. The response was overwhelming. The reunion sparked a creative resurgence for the band. They released 3 well-received albums in 2006, in 2009, and in 2011. The Dolls toured extensively during this period, introducing their music to a new generation of fans. They proved that their music was timeless. They were still relevant. They still had something to say. Section 8, Crisis and Curtain Call. In recent years, Johansen faced personal challenges. He was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and a brain tumor. A fall in November 2024 left him with a broken back. He needed full-time care. A fundraising campaign was launched to help cover his medical expenses. Fans rallied around their hero. They wanted to give back to the man who had given them so much. Despite his health struggles, Johansen remained active. He continued to perform as recently as 2022. He was the subject of a documentary. The film, directed by Martin Scorsese and David Tedeschi, premiered at the New York Film Festival to critical acclaim. Section 9, Enduring Legacy. David Johansen's death marks the end of an era. He was a true original, a fearless innovator. He was a punk rock pioneer. He was a New York City legend. His music inspired countless artists. His influence can be felt across multiple genres. He left an indelible mark on the world. He will be remembered for his raw energy, his unique style, and his unwavering artistic vision. He will be missed, but his music will live on. He was one of a kind. Rest in peace, David Johansen, you were the real deal.